Welcome back to Neptune Fish Tarot. My name is Alicia. So today we're going to be doing a reading for this full moon that's coming up here on the 24th of June. I believe that is tomorrow, the time of this recording. The full moon is going to be in the sign of Capricorn. So we've got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of astrology that's going on right now that's going to inform this full moon and the themes, the energies that probably all of us are feeling and experiencing right now. So we're going to get into that. I just want to thank you all for coming back to visit today. If you are a newcomer to the channel, please do subscribe. If you like what you hear today, come on back and join me again. If you are coming back and you have subscribed, thank you. Really appreciate it. So yeah, let's just start by talking about some of the astrology. So the full moon is in Capricorn, which means that's opposite to the sun that's now moved into Cancer, setting up an opposition. We've got Mercury, as of today, is barreling forward again, so that's good. We've got our head back in the game. We can move forward. Everything is kosher. We've got a really nice aspect to this moon, a really supportive aspect from Jupiter. So there is actually a lot of really nice, easy flowing energy, supportive energy, positive momentum. The sign of Capricorn, for those of you who don't have a lot of Capricorn or haven't spent time thinking about what Capricorn even means, Capricorn is an initiatory energy. This is the mountain goat that's, here's a visual, right? You're climbing the mountain, you're diligent, you're hardworking. Capricorn is a very reliable sign, earth sign, right? So it's very grounded into the earth. It's very diligent. It's very hardworking. And so, we see kind of a culmination of everything that's gone on in 2021 up to this point. We're here in this place now where it's like a turning point, right? Everything's built up to this point, and like from this point forward, halfway through the year, it's all going to be about how determined we're going to be moving forward, how dedicated and committed we are to what we are deciding to do right now, right? So this is called the strawberry moon. It's probably understated. I mean, I don't think I have seen a lot of other readers or, actually, because I follow astrology too, and I don't think I've seen a whole lot of commentary about this full moon. But there's something about this full moon that it's very humbling. It's not ostentatious. There's the word. It's not flamboyant, right? Like, we just came out of a lunar eclipse and everything, and everybody put a lot of eggs into that basket, and everybody talked about it, and yada yada. And I feel like, with the energies that we're coming out of and some of the retrogradations and some of the different aspects that are going on right now, people are kind of like waking up from their hangover right now. Like, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is the part of the cycle, the journey in this calendar year where we get to really test out and flesh out some of the decisions that we're making, have made, are making, are about to make. And so in this reading, I would encourage you to consider what those may be for you. There's a really difficult aspect this week, and that is the opposition between the planet Pluto and the planet Venus. And I want to focus on that because I think that is the influence that we see here in this reading. You can see, I'm going to get into the reading. I don't want to, give you guys a whole dissertation on astrology, but it's very important. And it really has a lot to do with the cards that came out. You can see I pulled out a ton of cards, so it's a big reading, lots of oracles, couple of different decks. So let's just kind of get right into it, okay? We do see the reverse Six of Emotions and the reverse Star and the reverse Two of Inspiration and the reverse Chariot. Now, I'm not typically somebody who reads a lot of reversals. So for whatever reason today, I felt this need to do it. And I can honestly tell you that this is why. We are in a place right now where we are making some decisions about how we want to move forward. With full moons, it is always about like that letting go of the old and like, deciding on what, setting our intentions for what we want to do next. With the opposition of Venus and Pluto, it really is all about our relationships. It really and truly is all about our love, being our self-love, our love to ourself. The way that we show up in relationships to others, it is about our relationships with others. The relationship that you may have in your mind coming into this reading right now, whoever that is for you, this may be your reading because this really is a place where for many of us, with Pluto opposing Venus, it's literally you're at the precipice. You've come all the way to the edge of the place where you have to decide at this moment if what is clearly not been working, what is clearly not been a productive relationship, is it time for you, is the time finally arrived for you to let it go? This is a relationship that has not grown. It has not fulfilled you. It has not brought you into a happy place. You don't find yourself wanting to move forward. It's scattered energy. It's all over the place. It's brought you sadness, right? And I think that the message that Spirit's trying to give us today is that it's time to dig deep into our own internal guidance system. We have come to a place where we have beat that dead horse, okay? There are no fruits to our efforts. This person, whoever this is for you, they are not fulfilling you emotionally, okay? They are probably, here you go, here's your reverse Three of Cups, right? This can really be like, for not everybody, but you could be like in a third party situation, but it could just literally be where, this is not your person. This is not somebody who you can, even if it's just your friend, right? Like, this is not somebody who's showing up for you. This is not somebody who is in your community, in your circle, on your side. This is not somebody who's supporting you emotionally. This is not somebody who is bringing you into the fulfillment of like who you are. Maybe you've reached a place in your relationship where you're expanding, you're growing, you're doing all the work, and this person is making the decision to not do this work, to not show up, to not meet you, to not grow with you. That happens in relationship. That is the purpose of relationship. That's why we have people come in and out of our lives, to help us get to those next pinnacle points. With Capricorn, that mountain goat, again, visualize, this goat is tenaciously climbing this mountain. And as they get over each rock, each hurdle, right, it propels them, it inspires them. It inspires us to climb, to keep climbing, to keep going, right? And so, who do you want to be part of your group? Who do you want to be part of your party? Um, we don't do life in a vacuum. We don't do life by ourselves, right? And so we need, as humans, we need relationship with others, right? And so here's what Spirit's asking you to do, which is to identify how can you be like this Mother of Pentacles, right? The resourceful, nurturing, emotionally stable quality and energy to your relationships. So are you being nurturing to yourself? Are you bringing towards you? Are you bringing into manifestation, into your relationships, people who are being nurturing and supportive to you, right? So, we see that the wheel is turning. And that's beautiful, right? Because we're coming out of a place where, you know, the chariot is turned upside down. We're at a stopping point. We're at a standstill. Okay. And this is where we get to decide if we're willing to put in the work, right? So, in order for the wheel to turn, and the wheel is always turning, but when it comes to relationships, like sometimes you really do come to that actual day, that actual moment in time where you're like, I'm done with this. I'm just done with this. I'm willing to put in the work. What is the work? Well, it's to change our minds. It's to change our dynamic. It's to, in some cases, really pull back the reins. Okay? Not feed into the energy anymore. I can see in this top row, there is somebody in your world. If this is your reading, there's somebody in your world who it is time to move on from. Okay, that's what this whole top row is alluding to. It's time for you to make a decision to wake up. Okay, are you wanting to Four of Materials hold on to Nine of Cups for something that is not bringing you any? There's no hope of this situation changing. There's no hope of you ever getting what you need, right? And why are you holding on to it? You're holding on to it because what? Are you scared? Are you scared that you are not going to be provided for, that the universe is not going to show up and bring you what you want, what you desire, what you deserve? No. If you're on this journey, you already know what is possible. You already believe that, the universe, spirit, source, it's within you to create that experience that you want. You understand that. So here you are, awakening to standing in your power, to understanding that you are capable of manifesting that which you desire. You have made a judgment call, okay, at this point, to get rid of the relationship that is bringing you anything but happiness, anything but growth, right? Let's stand in our power, and understand that we are like this Father of Wands. This is the King of Wands. Masculine energy, right? Capricorn is a masculine sign. This is where we take action to, like the lightning bolt, you see it's coming down. It's, this knowing, emanating right out of this character here in this awakening card. We know who we are. We know that we have the qualities, right, to decide to move forward, because here you have the Lovers. This is the choice. This is the decision. You want to bring in this person, right? Your divine counterpart. That person is out there. They are the person who is, energetically meant for you to show up where you can show up for each other. So reverse Six of Voices and then Six of Inspiration. Here's the choice, right? Do you find yourself holding back, holding on, right? Holding on to something that is stagnated, that's no longer even, like, let's be honest with ourselves, right? The truth is that, you know, you can stagnate in this reverse six, okay, in this mental energy, and you can go back around the wheel again. If you want to repeat this pattern, that is a choice. It's always a choice. But the message is clear. You have the ability to be very, very successful, to move on, all right, from this kind of energy, this kind of Seven of Swords energy, this push and pull. This relationship, this person's in, they're out. They're withholding, maybe. Could be outright deception. It could be all kinds of, like, it could be any manner of deception. But the fact of the matter is that you have the choice at this point. We're at this choice point with this full moon. This is a turning point. I'm telling you, the energy right now is very, very much a turning point. With the Knight of Emotions and the Son of Wands, these are both knights, right? So, this is where you can make the decision to do the work, to very, very quickly take action to move forward. Here's the overall energy. The bottom of the deck was the Ace of Cups and the Justice. All right. Here she is. Look at her. She's split right down. Her little head is just cracked wide open, and she is being gifted with this, like, divine knowing and, like, this divine inspiration. Like, who are you, right? Are you showing up for yourself, first of all, with the Ace of Cups, to love yourself so that you can, bring that person who's going to provide you with this? This is a new opportunity. This is a new, fresh start. What's fair? Right? And, like, sometimes, Pluto opposite Venus, here's how it might play out for you this week, okay? Because this is a this week energy. This is like, yes, it's, it's for the rest of the year and all that stuff, but it's really for this week, okay? Pluto opposite Venus, it brings in this dynamic where your relationship might unfold something like this, right? You may have a scenario that comes in, like, it's just all out war. It's like something that just, the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Like, somebody comes in and, like, I don't even have an example. It's like they try to like, manipulate you, or they try to I don't know, like, almost rationalize their behavior, or yet again, they break plans with you, or yet again, they choose somebody else over you, or yet again, they try to come back at you, right? And say, oh no, please forgive me, take me back. This is the choice. This is what's coming in for you. And you do have to make a choice. Are you going to allow this Knight of Emotions, the slick offer that's going to be made to you? Be careful, because, it's very spidery. It's very deceptive. And it's not fair, right? It's not fair, it's not balanced, it's not just, it's not justified. Um the question for you is, is this going to bring you the quality of relationship that you desire, that you deserve? Okay, that's it. So I want to go. I pulled out the Oracle deck, and like these cards all just fell on the floor, so I took them all. Um, so here's how I would read all this. Right, think back to when think back it, and I'm not gonna, this is an intuitive read, like this isn't what these cards say, this is what they're saying to me. Okay, think back to when you were a kid, think back to when you were young. um you know go back to that place. What did you desire? What you know what do kids need when they're being nurtured and supported and loved and held, right? It's a tender kind of love. Okay. um you can express that love, right? Anything that doesn't express that beautiful, innocent kind of love, right? Any kind of relationship that you have with somebody where they're not able to express that quality of love, you can release that. You can release that. You don't have to hold on to that or be afraid that like something better isn't going to come your way or something like that. Really think about um if your needs are not being met by this relationship, isn't it time? Isn't it time just to decide, just to make the decision once and for all to let this thing go? Um, Calling in your soulmate. Yeah. I mean, I think that's it. Like I said, this is the wheel turning. This is the culmination of a cycle. This is the turning point for for this time that we're in, this energy. Um and the universe is going to give you a gift, right? Like whatever transpires in this relationship that you're in right now, it's going to be like so hideous and so ugly that maybe this time it'll be easy for you. Like this isn't going to be like the first time that this has come around and come around and come around. It's like this is going to be the last time. It's like you're finally going to have some kind of peace come in and knowing that like the cycle's done. Like there's going to be a fear underneath it because we don't want to always release energetically from people who have meant so much to us. We've invested so much time and there's been so much history between us and all that kind of stuff. I mean, yes, on that level it's difficult, but there's something with Pluto coming in and it's like dropping the hammer this week. It's like dropping the hammer. It's like, no, I choose me. I choose me. Right? And then this honeymoon card. I don't think that this honeymoon card means like enjoying a new relationship right now with somebody new, right? I think that's coming. But I think that's about tapping into this idea of what does that look like for you? Go back. Gosh, go back to that time. Think about it in your head. Close your eyes, right? Imagine for a moment. Remember back. Remember back to a time when um when things were brand new. You were like a child's like energy where things were exciting. It's like Christmas morning, right? Things were brand new. What were you, like you're what are you hoping for? It's like, oh my gosh, it's Christmas Eve. I wonder what Santa Claus is going to bring me. Go back to that time. That's the honeymoon phase. That's the beginning. Like feel into what does it feel like at the beginning of something brand new. It's so exciting. It's so filled with potential, so filled with possibility, right? Be in that space, be in that energetic place where you feel what the potentials are so that you can bring those in, so that you can tie up this last cycle, so that you can once and for all make the decision not to entertain this offer anymore, right? This is an offer that is run its course, that's old, that's done, it's sad, right? It's a sad time. But don't focus on that. Don't focus on that. Focus on this. This is what's coming. This is what's brand new. This is what's on offer. Call it in. Call it in. It's time. It's time right now, right? So here were all these like different oracle decks. I pulled out my astrology, and we have Saturn, Truth, Capricorn I use, and Aquarius I know, right? So of course, I love Spirit always does this. So Pluto is in Saturn, all right? So this Pluto transit that's going on right now, sorry. This Pluto is in Capricorn. That's what I meant to say. Pluto is in Capricorn. This new moon or full moon, I can't talk now, is in Capricorn. All right. And so we already talked about Capricorn, the energy of Capricorn, the diligence and the, it's a, and by the way, and so in Saturn is in Aquarius, right? So there's a dual energy going on here. Capricorn and Aquarius are like totally different energies, okay? Capricorn is earth, it's slow moving, it's ruled by the planet Saturn. It's, it's responsibility, it's diligence, it's, you know what I mean? It's like very methodical. It's the long game, you guys. Like this is about initiating an energy right now of you're building something brand new that has a solid foundation. This is about being responsible and practical and hardworking and all of those kinds of things, right? But then there's this Aquarian energy, which is air energy. It's I know. It's believing, it's tapping into that divine connection inside of you. It's knowing, it's believing in what is coming. It's sort of a genius. It's ruled by the planet Uranus, right? And there's also that Uranus-Saturn square that's going on right now. So we have this push-pull. We have this understanding of the work that we're willing to put into a thing, but we also understand that there's just a gift from the universe that is going to come in, and it's not from our own doing. It's not from our own mind, right? It's like a divine intervention. It's like your inner genius that just knows, right? What is the right thing to do. And so the choice is for you to decide, if you want to do it. Be bold and make the first move. I mean, look at this cardinal moon. You can't even make this up. This is a cardinal moon. Capricorn full moon is a cardinal moon. It's about initiate. I said in the beginning, initiatory energy, initiating, starting, taking the first step. The wheel is turning. Make the change. Believe in what the message is. Understand what's in front of you. Bring it into being. Take the first move. And then look at you guys. Meditation and contemplate. Meditation came out twice. This is getting quiet. This is tapping into your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Making time each day to revisit okay? Because it's easy to get swept up in all of this kind of energy. It's easy when you have people in your environment who are trying to like play you, or, you know, maybe you got like narcissistic people in your environment. Maybe you got people who are trying to convince you, no, 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 take it back. We give us another chance. Don't do it. Don't do it. This Tap into your quiet place, the quiet center that knows what the right action is for you, okay? Um excuse me. And then last, no place like home, and why. I'm going to start with why. Know your why. Define your why. Why? Why do you want this? It makes it a lot easier when you're listening to spirit, when you're listening to your inner guidance, as you're moving forward, as you're taking steps, right? As you're making plans, as you are bringing down to earth the inspiration for this to come in, know why. Why do you want this? What does it look like? Define it. Okay? And then no place like home. Come into that place, that center. This is the sign of Cancer. This is Cancer season, you guys. Like, I didn't even talk about Cancer, right? But again, Cancer is a fixed energy. It's understanding what brings you peace, what brings you stability, right? So, you know, time to get rid of the chaos, right? Stand in your power, bring in that nurturing quality, and set up a peaceful perimeter around you, a place that is going to bring you stability, that's going to bring you emotional satisfaction, love, peace, grace, harmony, all those kinds of things. This is a really, really great full moon. I love this full moon. I don't know why anybody's not talking about it. Maybe I just haven't paid attention to other people talking about it. I don't know. But this is great, great energy. This is a powerful time. My gosh, very powerful time. I would encourage you all to take advantage of the energies right now. We are being really, really supported by Mars in particular in Cancer right now. Okay. It's about to go into Leo. No, I guess it's in Leo. Is it in Leo already? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's a very Martian energy. We've got a very expansive energy from Jupiter. Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces are about to go retrograde this week. Okay. Jupiter's going to be going back into Aquarius here in about a month's time. Mercury's going forward now, so we should get our clarity of thought back. So any muddiness that we've had in our thinking, that should kind of dissipate here over the next week or two. Things should start to get clear again. Things will be moving forward again. Yeah, expansive. Bring it in. Bring it home. Bring in the love, bring in the relationship that you want. Don't settle for anything less, I would say. Get quiet, tap into your guidance, okay? Make it a practice. Make it a practice, you guys. Twice, meditation. All right? So, all right, been going on for like 34 minutes. I'll let it all go here. I hope there was something in this that helped you today. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks with the new moon. What do we have in a new moon in Cancer, I guess, coming up. We'll see what the energy brings at that time. Take care, and I'll see you guys all